Tour season's right around the corner, and here's what you can do to get more business this year. This is probably the most important thing that you can do as a business to be getting local leads is to set up your Google business profile. You need to make sure all of the information is updated and set up accurately. You need to make sure to be getting reviews, because when people are searching for things like coffee shops near me, you want to be the one to show up. Otherwise, they're going to end up at places like Starbucks, and you want them at your shop, not at Starbucks. And here's a pro tip. Make sure that your hours are set up correctly, and if you want to beat your competition, think about staying open an hour later or being open an hour earlier when your competitor's not open, and you can take advantage of that, and that's actually a ranking factor in Google. So add extra hours this summer. So awareness is a huge part of people coming into town and seeing that you are a business that is ready to do business with you. Road signs, big consideration here. You got to think about where you're placing it. You got to think about giving drivers enough time to pull over. You got to think about the message. You're not authoring a novel here. It's got to be short, sweet, and punchy, and they have to know exactly what they're getting. Any sort of local flair is nice as well. If you sell local seafood, make sure that that's marked on the sign. So we've all been there. You pull up on a website, links aren't working, everything is going to a 404 page. You press an item and it keeps shifting around, nothing's working. It's really frustrating. You need to make sure your website's not doing that. So make sure that you're logging in on multiple device types, including desktop and mobile, to make sure that the process works to order from beginning to end. Make sure there's nothing weird happening and that you're receiving orders as expected. A really underrated part of marketing is customer service. If you have poor customer service, that's gonna end up in a review somewhere. And reviews are usually used as a ranking factor on a lot of different platforms, including Google and Yelp. So you want to make sure to be training your staff to be treating customers well. You want to have good systems set up, because those good systems lead to good reviews, lead to good reputation, which helps you in the algorithm. Travelers will be looking at a lot of local citations like Yelp, Google, and even local blogs. And so you want to make sure that you get listed there and that you are optimizing for reviews and information on those profiles. We use a service called BrightLocal to manage hundreds of local profiles, but you can also use a spreadsheet. And a quick pro tip here is to make sure that your name, address, and phone number are 100% accurate down to the dot across each one of these profiles. It's a great way to certify to Google especially that you are a business, and it sends really good signals for the search algorithms. So it's 2025 and there are still businesses that don't have a website. It's really important to get a website. That's how users will trust you as a business, and that's a great way that you can sell tickets, collect reservations, even gather email addresses, and really be able to put forward to the world what you are offering for products or services. Now, there's two general ways that you can go about doing this. The first way is you can build it yourself. There are programs like Wix and Squarespace that you can go on and set up an account and use some drag and drop tools to set up a website. I've had friends and family do this before, and while it can be done, usually it's pretty frustrating and you end up dropping 50, 60 hours being a web designer when you aren't trained to be a web designer. So you can go that route. The second option is you can hire a freelancer or a web design agency, which is what we do. We build websites as a design agency. And normally that will run you anywhere between $2,000 to $50,000, depending on what type of website you're looking for. If you're curious, we can give you a free quote. And there's all kinds of exciting things that you can do on a website, including remarketing. So you can install the Facebook pixel in the head code and actually retarget or remarket customers that land on your website, don't take any action. You can actually follow them into other platforms like Facebook and then remarket them with a little ad and bring them back onto your website so that you can sell your product or service. So there's a lot of exciting things that you can do on a website, and would highly recommend building one this year. A big question we get is, how long does it take to build a website? Normally we quote about 8 weeks start to finish, and based on our current production load, sometimes we can even do it between 4 and 6 weeks if you have a smaller website or just less complicating factors. So big picture, you want to work on the things that your competitors are either too busy or too lazy to work on when it comes to digital marketing. If all of this is interesting to you, if you want to get found on Google, if you want to build a website, feel free to reach out to us in the link below. We build websites and we do search engine optimization. Make sure to subscribe for more SEO tips and marketing ideas and even local Navarre content.